call them out of taper. And the Mac wrench easily outlasted the Bolt at 408.6 inch-pounds. At a price of $22 is this SK brand, designed to avoid rounding rusted or damaged fasteners. The SK wrench is made in USA. SK tools weigh 73.6 grams, 374.8 inch-pounds. I thought it'd be very interesting to add a vintage SK Tools wrench. This one, too, is made in USA. The vintage SK weighs 72.6 grams. And the vintage SK wrench has way too much taper on the box end, 242.8 inch-pounds. At a price of $117 for 12 wrenches, or approximately $12 each, is this Faycom brand. The Faycom wrenches are designed to ensure user safety when critical tightening torque is reached. The wrench is distorted gradually, meaning no braking. The Faycom wrenches are made in France, and the Faycom weighs right at 69 grams. And the Faycom is very well designed for this test and outlasted the Bolt at 373.3 inch-pounds. At a price of $40 for just one wrench, the most expensive brand we'll be testing is made by Snap-on. Snap-on claims their flank drive system grips the fastener flats and provides up to 15 to 20% more turning power. Manufactured from special alloy steel, precision forged, and heat treated. The Snap-on is made in USA, and the Snap-on weighs 90.4 grams. And the Snap-on bolt finally broke at 409.6 inch-pounds. No damage to the head of the bolt. Too much taper on poorly designed 12-point wrenches oftentimes gives high-quality ones a bad reputation for rounding rusty fasteners. The first test is a pass-fail test, and most of the wrenches reach the target torque of 370 inch-pounds before losing grip or before the bolt broke. This next test is just a warm-up for the wrenches on some low-carbon steel bolts. The open end of the wrench is just too wide to make contact with the entire head of the bolt. I'll replace the bolt between testing each of the brands. This will perform better than average at 411.1 inch-pounds or 391.8 inch-pounds. And the Faycom performed well above average at 421. Snap-on was about the same at 0.34, Husky 0.39, and Cookie, which is right at 1/2 inch, along with the dial indicator to measure the back and forth slot for both ends of the wrench. If you're working in a tight space, slot can really hurt efficiency, and a loose fit might also hurt the grip. At 6 inches from the base of the wrench, the Faycom has the least amount of up and down travel on the open end of the wrench at 0.33 inches. Snap-on was about the same at 0.34, Husky 0.39, and Cobalt 0.42 inches. Some of the wrenches, such as the gear wrench and the Proto, use an off-quarter loading design, but that causes a lot of excess pounds of downward force on the handle at 8 inches of handle length. And the 12-point Husky has a lot less slop compared to the Pittsburgh. And the Husky outperformed the Pittsburgh at fine tools lost grip at 250 the competition. And I had to stop the test at 163 pounds as the wrench began bending and twisting. And the Sunex takes the lead from the Proto with a very impressive 337 pounds. And the Mac tools performed very well on the first two tests, and it performed 1/2-inch Allen key wrench to test the failure load of each of the wrenches. Unlike the previous test, the entire open end of the wrench will make full contact and the jaws of the wrench will stretch and bend. Skipping the Pittsburgh since the wrench is broken, and skipping the Husky since I made a mistake during the testing. And the gear wrench made it to 819.4 inch-pounds before giving up. Unfortunately, the open end of the wrench has been stretched to be quite a bit larger, 220 inch-pounds better than the second place finisher. And the Williams performed well above average at 1,197 inch-pounds when the handle began to bend. And the Sunex performed better than average at 1,072 inch-pounds. Once again, the Mac tools performed very well at 1,204 inch-pounds, which is well above average. And the SK Pro performed better than average at 1,091 inch-pounds. And the vintage SK Tools wrench gave up just short of 1,000 inch-pounds or 91 inch-pounds less than the new SK wrench. And the Faycom performed well at 1,069 inch-pounds, which is very close to the same as the SK Pro. And the Snap-on performed quite a bit better than average at 1,197 inch-pounds. And the gear wrench came out on top at 1,333 inch-pounds. Klein Tools finished in a close second at 1,296. Now it's time to test out that Craftsman warranty. Just kidding, this one's going in the trash. And things seemed to be going great for the Cobalt when they suddenly went from happy to snappy. Major damage to the Cobalt. Fortunately, the safety rope did its job and held back the Crescent brand from exacting revenge on me when the wrench broke at 489 pounds. And the Tekton refused to break, but it now has a new twist in it that'll work great for reaching around corners. And the Klein Tools performed just about as well as the Husky, finally giving up at 458 pounds with a pretty bad bend. All of the wrenches are going to bend or break, and the Williams refuse to bend. And that makes my knuckles hurt every time I see it. If you're looking for a wrench to use as a crowbar, the Matco probably isn't the best choice. 311 pounds, and the Matco is badly bent. And the gear wrench performed quite a bit better than average on this test, finally giving up at 425 pounds. And the right tools refused to break, but it did experience a pretty bad bend after reaching a peak torque of 424 pounds. And the Proto is built like a tank and made it to 492 pounds. It never broke, but it does have a pretty bad bend, skipping the Gador since it's already bent. And the Sunex gave up a lot sooner than most of the other brands at 312 pounds and now has a pretty bad bend. And the Mac wrench performed well in most of the testing and is near the top in this test at 468 pounds. Once again, the safety rope came in handy as the SK Pro tried to launch at 577 pounds, which is good enough to take the lead over the Craftsman. And the vintage SK wrench did nearly as well as the SK Pro and stayed together this time at 556 pounds. Skipping the Facom, which has a bent handle. And a snap-on refused to snap, but it did experience a pretty bad bend at 379 pounds. If you're looking for a wrench that can handle a lot of use and abuse, the SK Pro came in on top at 577 pounds. The SK Vintage did almost as well at 556, Craftsman 507, and Proto 492 pounds. So which brand won this showdown? The Mac Tools did the best with an overall finish of 3.6. However, the Proto also did very well with an average finish of 4.6. The 12-point gear wrench as well as the snap-on tied for an average finish of 6. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested.
What? You had to watch the video, but you skipped half of it? I don't know why I bother watching. Isn't that what the video is supposed to be? Yeah, but isn't that what the video is supposed to be, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I watch the video. Right? If you knowingly clicked on the video where that's supposed to test every single brand, every single popular tool brand, then why did you watch the video, right? 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 It's kind of pointless, isn't it? Right? Right? Only you, right?